Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Rapid Chess here. So definitely one of the biggest news of chess for many years, yeah, that Magnus Carlsen rejected this World Championship match participation and he will not defend the title. So currently, Wikipedia says that Nepo is going to play Dean Liran. And this is also like under question because both these players have some political backgrounds. And but Ding said that he will play. He wants to play. That's a good thing because behind Ding it's Rajapov, yeah, and yeah, that's a big thing. And also for those who missed, yeah, Nakamura could have been the candidate, become a candidate with these events, yeah, because. In the last round, he rejected the move repetition with Dean Liren and lost eventually. So very, um, it will just history, yeah. But I don't remember anyone doing like this. What Nakamura did, it's I mean, just out of this world what he did, rejecting this repetition. So probably Dean would have played something differently and he still could have won, but it was extremely strange what happened. And now they're going to have a match. So if they play Nepo against Dean, I think Nepomniachti will win. I think he's just better at chess and not like ranking wise, but I think he has more, sees more moves ahead and sees more more tactic, yeah. And Dean Rioran is, I think, currently is not ready to beat Nepo, but I might, So let's see the game. This is their match from candidates before, which have finished in 2021, and this is, as you know, Nepo lost to Dean Liran the last game when he already was a candidate. Yeah, and he played on ridiculous King's Indian defense and lost with white, I think, with white pieces to Dean Liran. Something like really funny. So here, this is the first part of the tournament, and Nepo was not yet candidate because he was fighting against Caruana as the next tournament. And he played against Dean Liran, who had a terrible start, the same as in these candidates. So Nepo started with e4, e5. I think Dean Liran plays this. This is his main move. Nothing, no surprises. And bishop b5 for Lopez. If you are opening player, you have to know this move to play Rui Lopez's and be professional about it. I would say that a lot of players play bishop to c4, but anyways, you have to change these moves all the time. Bishop a4, castles, and bishop to e7. So this move order allows at some point to play b5, bishop b3, and Marshall gambit, yeah, to play this d5. So you have to be careful, and this is like anti-Marshall move, d3 and d6. Very standard. And in this position, Nepo played a3. So this is like Kasparov style, one of his ideas. Unfortunately, I haven't tried it, even though I played a lot of this Rui Lopez's. I haven't tried. I always play c3, bishop to c2, but it looks kind of silly for me, this bishop. But all the time when you have a game and you think about the opening, I'm not that good to, go for this kind of lines. But it's very strategically, it's very correct idea to hide the bishop on a2 and play just with good bishop rather than the Spanish torture bishop on c2. Knight c3, aiming for d5, saving bishop, bishop e6, and b4. So this is already a computer move. Like in my when I was a kid, I would never like suggest anything like that playing. For me, it's anti-positional, but Angel says that white has to play like this. And Dean took and played knight to c6. So this is the idea, because you don't want to play bishop knight to b7 here, because then if black plays c5, I guess that knight is kind of trapped here. I think Unziker had this knight called by his name, something like that. So it's a bad knight. So he plays knight to c6 and bishop to g5. Again, this is a computer move, and I would never play like this because I just don't want to place and I don't recommend to place bishop against this bishop, because this is bad bishop and we actually don't want to trade. I would play automatically knight to d7. In this case, you have to like play something like bishop e3, winning a tempo. Yeah, so this is computer stuff for me. And Ian took. Again, this move I like. When you plan the best moves, obviously you get some results in the end. So you take, capture, and now black actually gets a bad bishop, and it's already very serious. Yeah, engine gives white like plus 0.4, but I think every player would see that black is not done really good opening wise. Yeah, they have very bad bishop, and this knight is beautiful. This knight is also very good, and black has problems finding counterplay. 5, b2, automatic, bishop to d8, c4. So white now starts offense on the queen side. Knight d5, and e takes d. So again, engine says that black is doing okay, but white is much better developed. This bishop is very bad. You have to move it again. And this pawn is a big problem also. It blocks the bishop on this diagonal, and just white has a free roll basically. They have everything, and black has no counterplay. Again, engine says that black is doing okay, but I remember that all commentators were saying that it's only by game for 2 results, draw or white wins. So very good for Nepo. Queen c2. At some point you want to capture this queen and not allow this pawn to become stronger. And g3. So again, good move. I think h3 is not the best, because then black will somehow place it on e5, for instance, and create some back rank issues. Yeah, g3 restricts this bishop and gives white very needed luft. Takes, and c6, pushing back the knight. It's the only move. Bishop g5, you have to save the knight again, and d5. So black starts kind of counter-attacking, and the problem is that they have very bad static position. Yeah, if they trade everything, then endgame is won for white, obviously, and this is a problem. Black has to go all in basically to start the attack, or they will lose the endgame. Queen b3, you cannot capture this pawn because bishop f6 wins. The rook, I think. h5. And here Nepo did what I would never consider. I would play it, I think, something like h4, maybe lose immediately, yeah, because of this move, but it's blunder. But I don't recommend allowing this h4. That's what happened. b6, h3, and king h1. So with these guys, it works all the time. So he just, Nepo thinks that it's enough for him to place knight on g1, defending f3, and then black's queen cannot, break through. And this is the curtains, yeah, because this pawn it costs a piece or even a rook. Rook b1. Again, engine says that black is basically black can save this game because of this pawn thing, but practical wise very difficult. Queen b5. If you trade, then it's +2 for white, yeah, because then no mate is possible. Queen g5, he took, defending the f3. Queen c6, check, and knight to g1. So white defended, white still has their pawn on b6. And in this position, I think Dean Liran spent a lot of time calculating. Yeah, so he saw basically that he's in very bad position, and he tries his last-ditch effort. He sacrifices a piece and goes to rook c1, threatening mate in 2. If you do something like, I don't know, queen here, then queen f3 actually mate in one move, yeah, because this knight is pinned. So Nepo saw it, he just traded and played f3. And in this position, Dean Liran resigned. Maybe a little bit prematurely, but if he takes here, yeah, then this is a very easy win for white. He cannot take on f3, and he is just a piece up. All right, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.